Hello and welcome to our third Managing Your Photos video. Today we're going to take you through your options for touching up your photos and adjusting them, and also how to tag people, but we'll come on to that later. So first of all, let's go with this first photo here with the classic problem, red eye. Now, this is obviously a slightly exaggerated example, but if we double click on the picture, we have up here these tools. And this one, red eye, is the one we want. You get a little cross cursor, and how it works is like it will be the corner of your box, and it will then go to the other corner. So for example, if I click and hold, see where I originally clicked is that top left corner, and now the cursor will be the bottom right. So we want to try and keep it quite neatly in. This takes a while to get used to, so don't expect yourself to get it perfect first time. Just keep practicing and don't get frustrated, you'll be mastering it in no time. If you let go, it takes a second, so it's applying. There we go. It's gone. Let's do the other eye. Start on top left, hold down, click and drag, try and keep it as close to the area as possible. And there we go. Let's just try and touch that up a little bit. There we go. Much better. Now, some people also, rather you didn't put up photos of them with kind of blemishes or with spots or something like that. Well, not to worry, we can get rid of them. A very similar tool, we have this retouch one. So there's a spot on this person's forehead. So again, we click and drag. It works in exactly the same way as the red eye. Let go and it's gone. Maybe this freckle here, and it's gone. And this one here as well, and it's gone. That's much nicer. So now if we do close file, your changes are automatically saved, so everything's always going to be saved, which is very handy. We can go to another photo. Let's do this one here. And this is one in Turkey. So what we can also adjust is perhaps the exposure. We get a bit darker, a bit lighter. Very light, that's maybe too much. That's probably too dark. You don't have to click anything, you can just hold your mouse over to see what it's going to look like. I think probably that looks the best. Let's click that, and again, if we do close file, that'll save itself. And we also have options for this photo of Hong Kong, for example. We can make it black and white, or sepia, blue, or kind of other kinds of filters. Maybe, I don't know, gee, that looks quite good as it is. Maybe this one of Paris. That's a little better, it's actually quite nice. Now, we might also want to perhaps take out this upper area here, because La Défense is obviously the newer part of Paris. Maybe we just want this older part here. So we get the crop tool, which brings up a big box, and the four-headed arrow, which will come up anywhere inside the box. Click and hold, you can move the box around. The box is the area that will be your photo after you finish the cropping. So we can adjust the size of it with these four arrows, squares on each edge, and these four on the corners. The ones on the edges becomes a two-headed arrow, so you click and hold. The ones on the edges adjust just that side, while the ones on the corners adjust the entire box. Generally the corners can be a little bit more flexible, but it depends on what you're trying to do and exactly how much control you want at the time. But again, nothing's done until you're actually finished. Just try and make sure you get it over the square with those two-headed arrows. So let's see what this looks like. Let's press enter on the keyboard. And there you go, it's cut out, and that's quite a nice photo. And again, we can close the file, and it automatically saves everything. Now, perhaps we want to go back and see what the original was, because it was still a good photo, but we like it as it is as well. So what we can do is if we open it up again, there's a make a copy button, which brings up a saving screen, and the file name, if you care to check, is absolutely identical, but in this case it's a large line of code, but just with a 2 at the end. So just do save, and it'll save it into the same place. So if we just go back out again, see there's a second copy here. Let's go back into this original. So open, and up here we have a revert to original button, which will still work a year or more after you've changed a photo. But give that one click. So do you want to revert this photo? Yes, we do. Everything's back to normal. And now if we close the file, because we made that copy, we still have the original. Now, the last thing we're going to do is tagging. So let's open this photo of a family on holiday. Now, the little girl here, let's go to tag and caption. It's automatically found here on the right, different faces. So let's tag the girl. So we click on who is this? And this is Sarah. Make sure caps lock's off, obviously. Add new person. See, now it's called her Sarah. Hold the mouse over her, knows it's Sarah. So now if we tag another photo of hers, we have another one further down. So let's tag this photo so it already knows what the faces look like. Now it knows that's her as well. We close that. Just click up here on her face and it shows us just the photos of her, which can be very useful, especially if you've got nieces and nephews or kids or grandkids, especially if you want to make them kind of a nice embarrassing birthday card with them and when they're 5 in the bath for their 18th birthday, because they'll love you for that. And it's very handy. It always allows you to find those old photos. So also it's especially good once you've got on maybe a dozen or so photos, though I've seen it work just with one of a person. It knows what they look like, and so it can pick them up automatically, and it'll just say, is this them, is this them, is this them, over and over again. You just need to keep clicking yes. It can save you a lot of time, and later on it'll save you having to trawl through all of your photos to find a certain one. We can also add tags, so let's go back to Paris for the location. So let's call a geotag in this. Put in Paris, and it's searching. There we go. Paris, IDF, that's Ile-de-France, France. That's what we want. So that's tagged now as being in Paris. There we go. Paris, Ile-de-France. And so now, if we go back out, we go to the geotags, which is up here. It just shows us the photos in Paris, which is just this one, because we haven't tagged the other. It's not quite as good at working out where things are, though if you have a slightly newer camera, or some camera phones as well, they have an option to know where the photo is being taken based on your GPS coordinates, or on some phones on the phone signal. Though not all of them have that, but that can also be very useful, and that will automatically add the geotag. We can also add in a caption like you might on a Polaroid. So let's add in that. And also descriptive tags, which would be things like, say, weddings, or photos in the garden, or things like that. Other things you can search by, kind of short phrases or words, which, the more photos you have, the more use you'll get out of it. But as that's very much done manually, although it can be done as a batch, it can take a while to put in, but it can pay dividends. Though I would definitely recommend the people tagging, especially if you have lots of photos of your family and friends. And that pretty much ties up our video quite nicely for editing them. We'll be back next time to show you how to share them more easily, which we can still do through Windows Live Photo Gallery. It's a box of many tricks. Thanks for watching.